The right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. I'm the Loch Ness Mobster, and today, the Black Mesa incident begins. Welcome to the Black Mesa Incident series, where I am covering the Black Mesa incident every day as it happened 20 years later. Last episode, I discussed how all the pieces of the Black Mesa incident were put into the place they are, and we're going to pick up today by following where things go from here and how their dangerous combination leads to today's destructive and consequential events. So this morning at the Black Mesa Research Facility in Black Mesa, New Mexico, is to perform an experiment with a Zen crystal, and which is brought to the Anomalous Materials Lab by none other than the G-Man. They are to use a device known as the anti-mass spectrometer, which was designed by Dr. Rosenberg, to analyze sample G883. Originally, they were going to do the analysis on a different sample, EP0021, but that was changed to GG383 instead by Black Mesa's administration back on May 11th, though we know they were under orders of the G-Man and Dr. Wallace Breen. In the official letter sent to Dr. Colette Green and Dr. Isaac Kleiner, they are authorized that due to the purity and size of the crystal, that the anti-mass spectrometer is to be pushed beyond its normal parameters. As a result of this, system crashes and security malfunctions occur across the Black Mesa facility, and some retinal scan data is also lost in the chaos. Also this morning, Gordon Freeman, the man of the hour, actually shows up late to the experiment due to having to go through training this morning at the Black Mesa hazard course at 7:30. Meanwhile, Barney Calhoun boards his tram to the Area 3 medium security facility at 8:42. And soon after, Gordon Freeman boards his tram to the Anomalous Materials Lab in Sector C. Dr. Colette Green and Dr. Gina Cross also both make their way to the Anomalous Materials Lab as well, and meet Dr. Richard Keller and Dr. Rosenberg. Dr. Isaac Kleiner and Dr. Eli Vance are also present. When Gordon finally arrives and enters the test chamber to perform the experiment, the G-Man whispers into Eli Vance's ear, "Prepare for unforeseen consequences." Meanwhile, the G-Man delivers to the scientists the specimen GG883, which is loaded into the delivery bay by Gina Cross, and then lifted to Dr. Freeman. And at about 9 o'clock, Gordon pushes the specimen into the anti-mass spectrometer's analysis port, and then the whole world goes to hell. As too few of the scientists had feared, the reaction of the sample to the emitters triggers a resonance cascade, in which rifts between Earth and Zen are ruptured open. The anti-mass spectrometer's dampening fields, which are supposed to safeguard something like this, fail due to the stress and strain caused by the overloading of the system. In Zen, native species begin accidentally being teleported to Earth due to the random teleportations, and caused by the cascade. And Bordigant slaves also step into the rifts because they see them as an escape from the Nihilanth and the Combine. The anti-mass spectrometer is more or less destroyed by the cascade, and many people are either killed or knocked unconscious by the explosions. One of the first species to really start teleporting in are head crabs, who begin to latch onto and zombify scientists, turning the situation even more dire. Almost immediately after the incident, Dr. Gina Cross, Dr. Colette Green, and Dr. Rosenberg all venture to the surface to alert the HECU, though they have been prepared for this very scenario for 2 months now. Gordon Freeman also wakes up soon after. The HECU arrives, from what I can estimate, around noon. During their approach, several V-22 Ospreys are destroyed mid-air by the Xenian Manta craft, one of which, Goose 7, is carrying Corporal Adrian Shepard on board, and he will be unconscious and out of action for all of the first day. But HECU's purpose is not search and rescue. They are under orders to kill all associated with the experiment, or take prisoner other more valuable personnel for questioning. Those who they do not decide to kill after the interrogation are loaded into train cars and likely sent off for further questioning in unknown locations. As a result of this, most of the scientists attempt to hide out elsewhere, away from aliens and soldiers alike. though most of them will end up being killed. Some of the scientists do begin to hatch plans as to how to deal with the incident. Dr. Richard Keller and the Black Mesa Lambda Complex staff come up with a plan of performing a resonance reversal as a way to close the rifts between Earth and Zen. This plan mostly involves Dr. Gina Cross and Dr. Colette Green putting it into motion over the course of today, and Dr. Gordon Freeman will also play a part in it tonight, but I'm getting ahead of the curve. Meanwhile, another plan is being hatched today by Dr. Rosenberg to escape the Black Mesa facility entirely by using the prototype teleportation equipment from the 1950s and the prototype labs. He is aided by the aforementioned security guard Barney Calhoun, alongside Dr. Walter Bennett and Dr. Simmons. Overnight, this ragtag team will actually send Barney to Zen to activate a focal point used for the Earth-to-Earth teleportation process, using Zen as a relay point. This will be the groundwork for the Zen-based dimensional slingshot technique that we will see used in Half-Life 2. Meanwhile, overnight tonight, Dr. Gordon Freeman will launch a Black Mesa satellite into orbit around Earth, and it will be the final piece needed for Dr. Keller's resonance reversal experiment. However, the actual execution of the plan does not quite go to plan, but that is something that must be explored tomorrow, as that happens tomorrow. So the day ends. This was a shorter episode, but that was mostly because everything can kind of be summed up as the rifts have been opened, the Black Mesa facility is in chaos, the HECU are committing genocide, and the survivors of it all are trying to come up with a plan to either fix or escape it. All told, today was actually pretty tame compared to what will happen tomorrow, as we will see the real battle for supremacy over the Black Mesa facility will begin, and a new combatant will enter the scene. Stay tuned. I'm the Loch Ness Mobster, and this has been Black Mesa Day 1.